You've planned your trip for weeks, packed your bags, double-checked your documents, even arrived at the airport hours early. And just when you're about to board, someone from the airline tells you, "Sorry, you're not flying today." Sounds like a nightmare? Unfortunately, it's becoming more common. And in 2025, the list of reasons passengers are being denied boarding is longer, stricter, and in some cases, absolutely shocking. Welcome to Master of Travel, where I help you travel smarter, avoid hidden airport traps, and make every journey smoother than your in-flight coffee. In this video, I'm going to break down 15 real, verified reasons why travelers are being denied boarding this year. And trust me, even experienced flyers are getting caught off guard. So, make sure you watch till the end. Hit that like button, subscribe to Master of Travel, and turn on notifications, because what you don't know can leave you stranded. Let's get started. First, oversized carry-on luggage airlines are getting stricter about carry-on limits. Even if your suitcase only slightly exceeds the size requirement, don't count on slipping through. Gate agents are enforcing these rules more than ever, and once you're at the gate, you don't have many options. If your bag doesn't fit in the sizing bin, you'll be asked to check it. And yes, that could mean a last-minute fee of $75 to $100. Worse, some passengers refuse to check their bags because they contain valuables or medications. And if you say no, you might be denied boarding altogether. Even when your bag technically meets the size rules, overhead bin space may be full by the time you board. You could still be asked to check your carry-on. Fighting it won't help. Compliance is the only way forward. 2. You missed the check-in deadline. Being at the airport on time isn't enough. You also need to check in on time. Most airlines close check-in desks 45 to 60 minutes before departure. If you miss that cutoff, it's game over. It doesn't matter if the flight is delayed. It doesn't matter if you're already in the terminal. If check-in is closed, you won't be allowed to drop your bags or get a boarding pass. Some travelers even get caught out because airline websites update these cutoff times quietly. To stay safe, don't just arrive early. Check in as soon as possible, preferably online. And always confirm your airline's latest rules, especially if you're flying from a new airport or with a different carrier. 3. You declined facial recognition. Boarding facial recognition. Boarding is rolling out fast. Many US and international airports are using it by default. A camera scans your face at the gate, matches it to your passport or visa photo, and you're on your way. No boarding pass needed. But what if you don't want to use it? If you're flying domestically, you can often opt out and show ID manually, but for international flights, opting out can be more complicated. Manual verification may not be available, or could take so long that you miss your flight. And if you're not a citizen or permanent resident of the departure country, you may not be allowed to opt out at all. Before flying, find out whether your route supports opt-outs, and prepare for a slower boarding process if you choose that path. 4. You didn't confirm your seat assignment. This one slips under the radar for many travelers. You book a flight, assume you've got your seat locked in, and show up at the airport, only to discover the airline reassigned you or never assigned a seat at all. In some cases, especially with basic economy fares or when booking through third parties, your seat might be pending assignment. If the flight ends up overbooked or operational changes occur, you could lose your spot. Always check your seat assignment 24 to 48 hours before your flight. Log into the airline's app or website to verify it. If it says "See agent," take action early. Don't wait until you're at the gate. 5. You ended up on a no-fly list. This is rare, but it happens. A gate agent pulls you aside. You're told you can't board, and they won't say why. In many cases, travelers are mistakenly flagged due to system errors or name similarities with someone on a watch list. It could be based on outdated info or even a previous incident you thought was resolved. To avoid this, never joke about security or argue with airport staff. If you've had trouble before, contact the airline in advance to confirm your status. The gate is the worst place to discover there's a problem. 6. No real ID, no flight. In 2025, TSA is fully enforcing the Real ID Act. If your driver's license doesn't have that little star in the top corner, it's not going to get you past security, even for domestic flights. Many travelers have been caught off guard thinking their ID still works just because it did last year. But the rules have officially changed. If you don't have a real ID or an accepted alternative like a passport, you're simply not flying. To avoid the hassle, check now. Don't assume. Visit your state's DMV site or the DHS Real ID tool and make sure you're compliant well before your trip. 7. A damaged passport. Your passport may still be valid, but is it physically intact? That's just as important. A tear, water stain, fading, or damage to the chip can cause suspicion. Immigration officers and airline staff are trained to reject documents that look even slightly tampered. If they can't clearly scan or read your passport, they might deny you boarding on the spot. Always inspect your passport before you travel. If something looks off, don't wait. Replace it. Many countries offer rush renewal options if time is tight. 8. The gate closed before you arrived. Most people think the departure time on their ticket is when the plane leaves, but that's not when the gate closes. Boarding usually ends 15 minutes before takeoff, sometimes even earlier. Once that gate door shuts, it's final. Airlines don't reopen gates, even if you're running down the terminal. And the crew, they're already prepping for pushback. To avoid this, be at the gate early, not just at the airport, at the actual gate. Watch those monitors and listen for announcements. Timing is everything. 9. Your name didn't match your ID. This is one of the easiest mistakes to make, and one of the most frustrating to fix. If the name on your ticket doesn't exactly match your government-issued ID, you could be denied boarding. Nicknames, typos, or even missing middle names can cause problems. Security protocols are strict, and airline staff are required to verify identity to the letter. Always triple-check your booking before you finalize it, and if you catch a mistake later, contact the airline immediately. Some can fix it with a small fee, but only before the day of travel. 10. Your name isn't on the passenger list you've checked in. You have a boarding pass. Everything seems fine until you get to the gate and hear, "You're not on the list." This can happen when a booking isn't finalized, a payment failed, or a third-party site glitched during checkout. It's more common than people think. To protect yourself, always verify your status directly with the airline 24 to 48 hours before your flight. Log into their site or app and make sure your seat, name, and itinerary are all confirmed. Gastisur Sito 11. Being rude to staff. This one should be obvious, but you'd be surprised how often it still happens. Being disrespectful, sarcastic, or confrontational with airline staff can get you grounded. You don't need to scream or get violent. A single passive-aggressive remark or eye roll at the wrong moment can raise red flags. Flight crews and gate agents have full authority to deny boarding if they think you might become a problem in the air. Moral of the story? Stay calm, stay polite. Especially when things go wrong. The people behind the counter didn't cause your flight delay, but they can decide whether you board. 12. Incomplete or invalid travel documents. Think your passport is enough for international travel? Think again. Many countries now require additional paperwork. Things like health declarations, visa waivers, vaccination proof, or return tickets. And here's the kicker. The airline checks all of it before you even board. If you're missing a single required document, they'll block you right at the counter, even if your final destination isn't the next stop. Do your homework. Use official embassy websites, not just travel blogs. Check document requirements for every stop on your itinerary, not just your final destination. 13. Expired visa or entry ban. You may have the right passport and the correct flight, but if your visa is expired, revoked, or not valid for entry, the airline is required to deny you boarding. In some cases, travelers assume they qualify for visa on arrival or electronic travel authorization, only to discover their passport type or nationality is excluded. Others fail to check visa expiration dates or specific entry conditions. Before you travel, check your visa requirements with the consulate of your destination country. Always double-check entry restrictions for your passport, especially if geopolitical changes, bans, or sanctions are involved. Embas Darcias. 14. You were bumped from an overbooked flight. Even if you follow every rule, you could still be denied boarding. Why? Overbooking. Airlines often sell more tickets than seats, assuming not everyone will show up. But when they do, someone's not flying. Usually they ask for volunteers to give up their seat. But if no one steps forward, They start selecting passengers based on check-in time, ticket class, or frequent flyer status. To avoid getting bumped, check in early, join loyalty programs, and avoid basic economy fares when possible. The earlier you lock in, the less likely you'll be left behind. No travel insurance. In 2025, travel insurance is no longer optional in many countries. Some destinations legally require proof of insurance at check-in, especially for long stays, health-related risks, or visa processing. Airlines are under pressure to verify this, and if you don't have coverage, they might stop you from boarding. Even if it's not mandatory, smart travelers carry it. One delay, lost bag, or medical issue can cost you thousands. Buy insurance early, carry a printed certificate, and keep a digital backup on your phone. It's a small step that could save your entire trip. So there you have it, 15 surprising but avoidable reasons people are being denied boarding in 2025. Some are technical, some are personal, but nearly all of them can be prevented with a little awareness and planning. Remember, traveling smart isn't just about booking the cheapest ticket. It's about knowing how the system works. If you learned something new today, give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I drop practical, no-fluff travel advice to help you avoid setbacks and travel like a pro. Thanks for watching Master of Travel, and until next time, stay ready, stay respectful, and I'll see you in the next one. Safe travels.